Hello, guys, and welcome back to once again another live stream here on the VB Thomas platform. Today, we will be racing in the Phoenix Racing League, as it is going to be another race on Qatar like we had last week. Now, unfortunately, I don't have the results of last week, so I won't be able to make the previous race chart. So today, we will just be talking about the track itself. Now, it is going to be Qatar, like I said already, with a population of 2.7 million people. The first Grand Prix was held in 2021, and the qualifying lap is a 120.9, well, the qualifying record. And then we've got the race record, which is a 123.5. That is, of course, set by a racing league, not a actual Formula One driver. Or in the Phoenix Racing League, it was done by a racing league esports driver. Now, let's go on board with the track layout. Coming into turn 12, I actually did a couple of laps myself on this track, and I hoped it was pretty well. I was actually almost first. I'm not too sure if I actually ended up being first, but doesn't really matter. Now, into turn 15, a fast right-hander, and then you're coming around that last corner here in Qatar. Down the main straight, the only DRS opportunity, and it's quite a long one. It's quite a long one. So it's a very good overtaking opportunity down the main straight. Now into turn one, you've got a little bit of a hair clip, as you can see right here coming off the line. The guys usually have a pretty good start. And then going into turn two, a fast left-hander. There's a lot of fast left and right-handers here on this track. So you really need to watch out with your fuel management, as we saw the last Monday that the fuel management wasn't really that well from the guys. So hopefully they're going to be able to improve that today. Now, turn 5 and turn 6 are not the fastest. Well, turn 6 definitely isn't. I think it's one of the slowest corners on the track here in Qatar. And then, of course, you've got sector 2, the blue sector, which you can see on the right side of your screen. It's quite a difficult one. It's quite a technical one, and you do need a lot of high wings, my apologies. So you need high wings around Qatar. And yeah, I hope these guys are really running high wings, because otherwise you're not going to be able to get a good result here. Maybe if they can keep it consistent without any penalties. As we saw last Monday, there were a lot of penalties, so we don't want that from our drivers. We just want them to be consistent. Now, turn 14 and 15. As I said already, I already discussed this. It's going to be a short qualifying and a 50% race. The track distance is 5.4 kilometers, and the race distance will be around 157 kilometers. Now, looking at this, the tire degradation is way higher than it is actually saying, so it should be in the red. I just tested it for myself. The tire degradation rate is so high. Safety car probability is a little bit lower, and also the tire overheating probability is not that high. Now, looking at the predictions, I'm just going to open up my game real quick. Let me have a quick look. So we have 13 people in the lobby, and I'm predicting Noise Job to be in P1. I might go for Maxi in P2, and I'm going with a surprising P3, being Mr. Divine. He was really fast in qualifying on Monday, and hopefully he can bring that into this race here on the Wednesday division. It's Division 1. And let's go straight. No, we actually have to wait, because Define is not readying up yet, and neither are the other guys. So we'll just have to be waiting. Welcome, Nick. Welcome, Brass Monkeys in the chat. I'm glad you guys are here. Hopefully, we're going to be having a good stream here on the VB Thomas platform. Poll time prediction. Let me have a quick thing, because I think Divine had said a 120. I actually don't know. What did Divine put? Was it a 122.1? Does that make sense? 122.1, I think he said. Yo, Pete. Welcome, buddy. I think he said a 122.1. Which is actually not that bad if you think about it. But in my opinion, Noise Job is a little bit faster, I think. No, that was in Div 2. Nick, that was in Div 2. Div 1, I think it's going to be low 21s, maybe. A low 21 would definitely be something to look at for these guys. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure if they're going to be able to make a 121 work. But yeah, I mean, Noise Job is pretty fast, right? He's definitely going to be able to try and reach that. because we know compared to Noise Job, Divine is not really that fast. So I think Divine with a 122.1 is really, really fast, right? Noise Job is just one step higher. I can't really explain. I do think Divine is going to be top 5 today. We've only got 13 people in the lobby, so it should be doable for these guys. I'm just going to have a quick look in the quality of the stream as I'm trying something new out real quick. It's going to be... let me have a quick look, guys. 1 second, as I'm trying something out with my camera, with my microphone, because I heard there were a lot of P's and B's, which you can definitely hear. So let me have a quick look. Because I heard there were a lot of P's and B's, which you can definitely hear. So let me have a quick look. All right, so if I talk right now, and the P's and the B's, are they very loud? Are they not that loud? They should be a little bit less loud right now, but yeah, of course. Yeah, all right. Should yes. You know, you guys keep telling me the sound is good, but the sound actually isn't good. Because when I watch back to the stream, I'm always disappointed that you guys are telling me that it's perfect, and then it isn't perfect. Because when I say the B's and the B's, they're just so loud, bro. They're just so loud. So how is everyone doing today? Any predictions on the top 3 today in the race at the qualifying? Please let me know. I know there are 7 people watching, so please let me know your predictions. It's really important for me to know the predictions. I know that clap by Pete is not going to get a top 3 because the guy, when he was in my league, he was so inconsistent. I think I will be last. There we go, Sparrow. You were pretty fast in the practice session, so I do have to give you that. You did pretty well. Calvert and John Holmes. All right, you've got vodka. No alcohol for me. I don't do alcohol, buddy. Divine, Tutsky, and Maxi. Bro, that was in 2021. That is exactly right. But still, I feel like you haven't changed the thing. Hello, hello, hello. Bees and the bees. The bees and the bees. Bees and the bees and the bees and the bees. Yeah, it should be all good right now. I've put the limit on like -8, so it shouldn't be going really loud into the thingy. I don't think we've started yet. We have right now, so we will be going into the race. There we go. And as you can see on the left side of your screen, unfortunately, we are not going to have the updated, the updated standings. Because unfortunately, the guy who usually does the standings, well, I usually do the standings. Well, not really. You know, like the points and all that kind of stuff. Chartman does that stuff, but I put it in this nice little overlay for you guys to be able to see. But Chartman isn't going to be there for another couple of weeks, so we've got a lot of Divine fans in the chat, it seems like. Toro Rosso is looking at Divine being in P1. So does Redoubts. And we've got Divine, Tutski, and Sparrow. Sparrow thinks, well, Redoubts thinks Sparrow is going to get in the top 3. So, bold prediction. You heard my guys, well, you heard my prediction already. I think it's going to be Noise Job. Who did I say again? Noise Job, Maxi, and Divine. Yeah, Divine is going to be in my top 3 too. That's pretty interesting. I've got a couple of messages. All right. Looking at the race real quick, announcements. You can go into the Williams. All right. Guys, we are ready. And for this time... Wait, why isn't it dark? Why isn't it dark? I think Divine might have made a mistake. Let me have a quick look in the chat, guys. Did Divine make a mistake? All right, so it's going to be an evening race, apparently. So the qualifying is just going to be this. Well, this weather, this time zone, if that makes sense. But the race is definitely going to be evening. So let's drive on board with Mr. Tusky. And Mr. Tusky, looking at his previous results, he's currently in P5 in the Drivers' Championship, if I'm not mistaken. And I must say, I love his curfew. And for everyone who doesn't know who curfew is, or what curfew is, basically, how do you explain that? Right, when you've got Tintin, it is in French, but none of you guys are French. You know, it's like that ginger guy with his little dog, and he's going on a ship, and he's like exploring shit. He's got that dog, I think. What is the dog called? No idea. But you've got a hairstyle, which basically you have almost very short hair all over your head. Then at the front of your head, you've got a little bump, if that makes sense. Wait, hold up. I'm gonna show you guys. So, right? So this is the hat, right? And then everything is like very short. And then here you've got this little hair, which is like this, right? That is a curfew in Dutch and in, yeah, Belgium. So we were discussing the hairstyles, right? And Divine, I sent my picture of what I look like with long hair, right? And then Divine sent his picture, and he said, "I've got a beautiful curfew," so the hair with like standing up, right? But he put his picture upside down because he's got a curfew from the bottom of his head. So like his beard is a little curfew, but he doesn't have any hair all over his like head, if that makes sense. That was pretty funny. I really appreciate that, Tusky. Don't worry about being bald. It's so cool. I actually, you know, not at my age, but later, I would actually don't mind to be bald. For some reason, I think it would look very, very cool. But of course, a lot of people who are bald definitely want to have more hair. I do have to give them that, you know, I do have to give them that. Now let's drive on board with Tusky, as he's got that fast lap going right now. He's coming around the fast and the last corner, as he's gonna put a 1:22.5 for the Ferrari driver. Let's drive on board with Divine Eye. I know Divine, he was a little bit pissed about me not being enthusiastic during previous qualifying in Div 2. But I'm gonna be right now, as we're currently entering Sector 2. It doesn't take too much curb on the inside there. It does take a lot of curb on the exit. And it seems to be a pretty good lap for the Ferrari driver. He seems to be a little bit afraid of the curbs every now and then down the inside. But I do have to give them that. You know, going down the inside, you don't really want to touch too much curbs or too many curbs, because if your tires are overheating, you're touching a curb, you're definitely gonna spin it. And that's definitely something you don't want in a qualifying session, because if you haven't put a qualifying lap in yet and you crash out, you will be starting from last place. Now coming down the line, it goes Divine Eye with a 1:23.7, as that is going to be your pole time for now. The pole, no, that's not going to be the pole time. That is going to be the 5th time for now by the Ferrari driver. Now let's drive on board with some of the guys at the back of the grid. We do know that Nose Job is pretty fast. He is on the mediums though. And what will his time be here in Qatar, coming down the line with a lot of DRS and ERS right now, as it is going to be a 1:22.3. It will be the 2nd fastest lap on the qualifying already. But, you know, he is on the medium, so he will definitely be able to put a 1:21 on the, well, in the qualifying here. Kaka now with a 1:21.8. as the French driver in the Alfa Romeo car. Absolutely love that car. Does he have the special livery on? It doesn't look like it. Kaka, how do you... why? Why would you do that? That new livery actually looks pretty sick. The Monza one. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but it's with the blue. No, it's with the green and the red and the white. It looks actually pretty decent. It has the Italian colors on there, and you know, looking at the rear wing of the Alfa Romeo, you can't really watch it right now. No, I'm not able to watch it. Let's have a quick look here. As he's coming around this corner, as you can see, it's the Italian flag. So it looks absolutely amazing there. Beautifully done by the Alfa Romeo team. Not too sure if Calvert is on a lap, but he's got someone behind him. That's going to be Kaka. So Kaka actually is trying to put pressure on the AlphaTauri driver. As Calvert is now going to let him go through. He's possibly coming back into the pits as he is running old tires. It is going to be a short qualifying and a 50% race. So that 50% race, there will most likely not be any soft tires being used at the beginning of the race. Although I think we saw someone in Div 2 last Monday on the softs. So it is possible. I think it was even Divine. Wasn't it Divine? No, it wasn't Divine. It was someone in the middle. Who was it? Was it Brass Monkeys or Redoubts? Guys, can you guys confirm? I know you guys are both in the chat. Well, you were in the chat. I do think you guys, one of you guys was at least on the softs. Couldn't quite catch who that was. So we're now driving on board with Define. He's not on a fast lap, and I'm not too sure if he will go on another one. Define, weave if you're not going for another one. No, he's not going for another one. Oh yeah, Brass Monkeys was. Makes sense. Yeah. I knew it. I've got such a big mind. No, that's a joke, guys. I actually don't have a big mind. I'm just... Yeah, never mind. Just ignore the fact I said something. Oh, there goes Avenatics onto the gravel, as that is going to be a track invalidation. Although it's just his outlap, so it doesn't really matter that much. He's got to have some overheated tires. He's got to have some overheated tires, especially here in Qatar, especially under the heating sun. And he's got a Rapid Williams right behind him, clapped by Pete. We might want to drive on board with clapped by Pete. Wait, it's not clapped by Pete. It is someone else. It's a Red Bull. I think it is Daryl Naismith. But driving on board with clapped by Pete right now. I know he's watching. Gonna put some pressure on his shoulders. He takes a lot of grip on the inside. A beautiful line there from the Williams driver. And will he be able to beat that 121.8 from Kaka in P1 to capture the pole here in this qualifying? Oh, it seems like he's taking some beautiful lines here. Beautiful exit through that corner. It is going to be the fastest first sector. Joby, welcome, buddy. How are you doing? I was expecting you in the Blame the Game lobby, but you have let me down twice already, so I thought, yeah, never mind, I'm not going to ask Joby. Because he wasn't racing anyway. Well, you aren't racing right now, are you? No, you aren't. You're in the lobby. So we're just chilling, buddy. I just did a quick prediction. I didn't have to do a lot of work. Well, I didn't have to put a lot of work because I had the charge of last week. Now, clapped by Pete coming around the last corner. He didn't invalidate, and this will definitely be a good time. It is going to be a 1:21.4. So I was indeed right with low 121s. And the first one to set a low 121 is going to be clapped by Pete with a 121.4. So the Williams driver is already making a comeback. Well, not really a comeback. He's making a name for himself, as this is going to be the first race here in the Phoenix Racing League. All right, Joby, no worries at all. You know, life commitments come before any other game or any other commitment. You know, work doesn't really matter. I mean, kind of. You know, if you think about it, does your family come in front of your work? Because here is the thing. Well, sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. Usually it comes before your family if you don't have any money. And there's a lot of people in this world who feel that they have to work to bring money into the family. So in that aspect, I would say work is in front of family, but all the other aspects, bro, your family is everything. So yeah, hopefully it sorted itself out, and hopefully I will see you back on track pretty soon. Now let's go on board with Paddy, as the Irish driver is a pretty fast driver, but I'm not too sure if he's been on a good streak these last couple of races. You know, Paddy, who is struggling a little bit. He does seem to be all the way in P6 in the Drivers' Championship. I do have to give him that, but I'm not too sure if he finished last week's race. I might have to look up the results of last week, but I will be posting the video of this Monday stream on the YouTube late this evening, or maybe tomorrow, depends on when I've got some time. So gonna be watching a movie with my girlfriend later, and it is gonna be Maze Runner 2. We already started the movie. Well, the first one was actually pretty good. I haven't seen any of the Maze Runners yet, but it seems like Paddy is being the Maze Runner here around the Qatar circuit, as he's coming down the line right now. He's got a pretty bad exit coming through the last corner. It is possibly going to be a high 22. It is indeed a 122.8 to put himself in P7. Kind of went off throttle there those last couple of meters, so we might want to drive on board with Waza. Waza, the Dutch driver, 123.9 is the time to beat. Well, is his own time to beat. And 123.3 is the time to beat to get into the top 11. A 123.2 is the time to beat to get into the top 10, and a 122.3 is the time to beat to get into the top 5. He's got the fastest second sector, it seems like, as he's racing really fast right now. I do think he's on a controller, if I'm not mistaken, and he invalidates. He invalidates. There goes the Dutch driver. There goes the Dutch giant. As he was up by 2.5 tenths, so he was definitely going to be able to get into the top 11 if he improved a little bit in sector 2. He's going really slow right now. Possibly is texting something in the chat. He might be. I was giving him some nerves. He wanted to push everything. He didn't make it work. Divine is up by 3 tenths, as he's touching a lot of curb on the inside. Only after sector 1 he was up by 3 tenths, so we might be looking at a high 21 right now. 4.5 tenths up. That's crazy, Toro Rosso. Waza, yeah, I mean Toro Rosso, Waza. It's a little bit the same. A fastest second sector for Divine Eye, as he's currently 5 tenths up. Oh, almost invalidates right there, and he does invalidate. He's got a Mercedes driver right ahead, and he's coming back into the pits. No, he's going for another one. He doesn't have the ERS. There's 3.5 more minutes to go. He could have easily come into the pits. No way, Divine. What did you do to yourself? Well, another saga with Mr. Divine. He's going to white. This is going to be ruining his lap. He is watching the stream right now, and I know that Divine is gonna lose his P8, because we got John Holmes in P10, and the Alpine driver is up by a couple of tenths. Is he gonna make it across the line? Yes, he is on the softs. What is it gonna be? It's gonna be a low 22 here in Qatar. Na 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 na. I hope you love the singing. 9 tenths up for the Alpine driver. A 122.361. That sounds like a radio show from like an American radio station, you know. I think he finally lost it. Gone insane. Guys, that singing was absolutely amazing. Don't mind me. Shit. Joby. No way. No way. My singing is actually top tier. I'm trying to entertain you guys, you know, keeping it rolling in the chat, you know. You guys saying I'm a shit singer. Makes me actually talk a little bit more, and you guys talk a little bit, well, talk a little bit more in the chat. So it's all strategic thinking. You know, also with the safety car song, right? Everyone joins the chat saying, "Brr, Thomas, you're such a shitty singer." And then I say, "Yeah, I can sing another song for you." Oh yeah. And then everyone is just chilling. But we are currently focusing on a lot of guys. Divine, who came into the pits, he might be a little bit frustrated that I am singing. But guys, Divine, he should be given credit for what he does to this league, with this league. Well, in a positive way, right? He is organizing things, he is setting up the lobbies, he is paying for comms, he is doing everything right. Coming online for a practice session a little bit earlier to get you guys rolling, all that kind of stuff. We can't remember the safety car song. No way. If there is a safety car, I will definitely sing it for you. I will definitely sing it for you. I'm not going to sing it right now because there is no safety car, of course. But we might want to make a song out of this fast lap from DRL Naismith. So here we go. All right. It's 1, 2, 3. It's 1, 2, 3. In fourth. In 3. In third. We go onto the curb. Here goes Mr. DRL Naismith into sector 3. He is up by 2 tenths, he almost invalidates, he touches a lot of curb, and it seems to be a good lap here by DRL. DRL Naismith onto the curb, he invalidates, and he's coming back into the pits. DRL Naismith. DRL Naismith. Yeah, maybe we should focus on someone else. Maxi has got the pole though, 121.1. He's up by another couple of tenths, 19 more seconds in his qualifying. Nick, just be chill, bro. Just be chill. Calling me insane isn't really going to help the atmosphere. Where's Shuki? Shuki, where is Shuki actually? That is a good question. I think Shuki is chilling in her bed right now. Just watching some random show. I don't know actually. Now, Maxi, a 121.1. And he seems to be up. He doesn't seem to be up. 47,000 slower. Maybe he can catch those back during those last couple of corners here in Qatar. There's a lot of guys who have already finished their qualifying. And I think a 121.1 is going to be it. Maxi coming across the line right now. As the Haas driver might be up by a couple of tenths. What is it going to be? A 121.1. He did not improve. 13,000 slower. Clapped by Pete might be. He is up by 1.5 tenths. He is up by 1.5 tenths. Takes a lot of curb on the outside. Takes a lot of curb on the inside. What is the Williams driver going to be able to do? Is he going to be in the top 2? Or is he going to be on pole? Or is it going to be in P3? That is a good question. If he doesn't invalidate, doesn't look like it. Gets a little bit of slipstream there from the Red Bull driver right ahead. And it's going to be a 121.2 as he puts himself in P2. Beautifully done from Clap by Pete right there. And this qualifying is already over. So we're going to take a quick sip of water and we will be going through the results of the qualifying, of course. We have got a lot of good noise drop on the mediums. What a bold strategy of 122.3. As that is actually the only time he has set. So I do think he was going to be able to get into the 120s. All right. So Maxi, the Englishman, in P1. We've got Clap by Pete in P2 and Kaka in P3. Nick, Maxi is one driver who's going to be racing for my team in King of Leagues. So is Noise Job, by the way. I think Noise Job is going to qualify, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, Waza is too. Waza all the way in P13. I was going to give him a chance, you know. I asked him, you know, can I replace you with someone? And he was like, yeah, sure. But then I was like, oh, I feel so bad for this guy, you know. And then I ended up not replacing him. So, but Nick, we're just going for the race win in the second division, like the second pool. Oh, guys, please do not ready up. Please do not ready up. Not ready up. You're gonna get a penalty. Don't ready up. I want second division. I'm still confused about this multi-league thing. What do you mean multi-league thing? Oh, Maxi. All right. Let me give you a little bit of an explanation, right? So, on Fridays, we will be having a full qualifying with 2 drivers from each league. So 20 drivers in total. So going into that qualifying, each team is going to be qualifying in that full qualifying. And the top 5 teams, so the top 5 duos, put their team in Pool 1. So Pool 1 is going to be the fastest teams of them all. They will be racing against each other. The bottom 5 duos will be put into the lower pool. So the lower pool is actually for the lower teams. So the teams from the lower pool have to bring in 4 drivers. Each team in the lower pool, so 5 teams, will bring in 4 drivers. That will be 20 drivers in total. And then you will just be battling against the other drivers in your team. So your team will be, I'm not sure if you're, I think you're a reserve, Maxi, but I'm pretty sure you're going to be able to drive because there's always going to be someone not joining. So I think it's going to be Lionator, Waza, Latso. No, Latso not. Who are the other guys? So Lionator. Oh, and Tronzik. Who is the 4th guy? No idea. So let's say our guys in the qualifying have put themselves in P6. So out of the 10 teams, we have been put in P6 in the qualifying, right? Then we will be put in the lower pool. So that will be on 6:30 UK time on Saturday. So we will be battling against the guys who were in P7, P8, P9, and P10. They all have to bring 4 drivers too. And that's where you come into play. You will have to do a short qualifying and a 35% race against all the other drivers and all the other teams who are in our pool. That is basically it. And the same story for like the big tier, right? So the big pool. But of course, you know, if you've put a lot of good drivers in the qualifying, you're not going to have too many drivers anymore for the actual race on Saturday. So you have to play a little bit of mind games, right? I've got a couple of good qualifiers. So that means we might be in the top 5, but I don't think so, right? So I want my qualifiers to aim for either P6, 7, 8, 9, or 10 in the full qualifying. And that way we will be able to battle in Pool 2, so the slowest pool. And then I'm just going to put a lot of fast drivers out there to be able to battle with all the other guys in Pool 2. Because usually Pool 2 is a little bit slower. So that means the fast drivers out of my team are going to be performing better in Pool 2 than they were going to be performing in Pool 1. Because there is all the fast and the big teams. But I'm kind of worried because there's only 5 teams who have already signed up. We are just sorting out. Make sure you got enough fuel tonight, Divine. Readouts. I don't think Divine is actually listening. I think he's more focused on the race readouts. But you can put it in. Okay, it's gonna be a lobby restart, guys. So we will be. Do you guys want some stories, or do you want me to play some music for you? I can give you both. I don't really mind, actually. Let me know. Let me know. I can give you some stories. I can give you some. Well, what could I actually give you as a story? Let me have a quick think. Divine helps myself and read out a lot and get fast. Yeah, I know, you know, Divine is a really, really good guy. I know he's really, you know, putting time into helping other people, and he's really all about doing the good thing in life. And, you know, including yourself, he has helped me too. You know, yeah, on Monday, he DM'd me, and usually I have a lot of guys. You can give us whatever you're in the mood for. All right. But yeah, as I was saying, on Monday, he DM'd me. I think he DM'd me yesterday, right? He said, Thomas, on your stream on Monday, you sounded like you couldn't be bothered with the stream, right? And I said, yeah, Divine, I know. Along with Chartman helps us out. Yeah, I know. They're just really nice guys, and I'm really happy to be streaming here. I think I've been streaming for them 9 months already. So they've really been loyal to my commentary, I do have to say that. But, you know, on Tuesday, he said, Thomas, you really sound like you couldn't be bothered streaming. And I was like, yeah, Divine, I know, but my girlfriend was next to me, and we were doing the commentary together, and each time I was speaking a little bit louder, you could have heard it double. And he was like, yeah, I was just trying to give you some advice, because sometimes it sounds like you're just really dry or something like that. He didn't say that exactly, but I know what he meant. And I know I have the same, right? I do that actually. If I'm not feeling like commentating, I'm not gonna be like, oh, and there goes the fun around the outside. That's not gonna be me, you know. That's not gonna be me. Yo, Larcy, how are you doing, buddy? But you know, I really appreciate people who give me advice rather than just saying it's good. You know, also with the microphone audio, I'm just gonna doubt myself, if that makes sense. You know, everyone in the chat saying, oh yeah, it's good, rather than saying what's actually wrong with the microphone. Because then I'm just gonna start thinking myself about what is wrong. Your mic is shit. Larcy, I know you're not serious. You're traumatized. Nick. Nick. Guys, no, Larcy, Nick really is. I think I've sent that guy. So it sounds like your headset. Larcy, it really doesn't, and we both know it. So Nick, I am allowed to say that. My wife says you are brilliant, if that helps. Thank you, buddy. I really appreciate it. Well, not you. Well, also you for telling me, but also your wife, because she thinks I'm brilliant, you know. I do know that. No, that's a joke, guys. That's a joke. All right, we're all gonna be putting on the grid. I actually didn't take a look at the tires. Kaka on the softs. Larcy, come on, buddy. You don't say that. You don't say that. Brass monkeys, ignore him. He's a 15-year-old Dutch guy who likes to joke around. Ignore that part. Guys, it's going to be 2 guys on the hards at the front, and then we've got a soft tire runner on the back. So who is going to have a good start? It's going to be 5 red lights, and away we go. We've got Kaka already making that move on Clap by Pete, but Clap by Pete is just going to bring those hard tires on the long run. Tutski down the inside of Paddy. Paddy had a pretty good start there. Actually, a pretty good qualifying too. As they're now going side by side. And this is going to be Kaka taking a P2 here. His next target is going to be Maxi in P1. So I want to take a quick look at what the position changes look like. No many big position changes. We've got John Holmes with the biggest loser. And Waza being the biggest winner. Now Kaka, he's on the tail of Maxi as the Alfa Romeo driver here in Qatar. It is a little bit bright, as the sun is shining and the guys must be sweating in their cars, because usually around Qatar you're not racing during the sun. It's going to be during the moonlight and the moonshine and the dark, everything. Just the environment is going to be cooler. Now let's get a quick grip onto this battle here between Naismith and Noisejaw. Both drivers being one of the fastest of this league, and I think Daryl and Naismith already got a track invalidation there, or a track limit at least. 3 track limits, and you're gonna get 3 seconds of time penalties. I know Brass Monkeys in the chat knows a lot about 3-second time penalties, as he's got 50. Oh, there goes the Red Bull. There goes the Red Bull, and Naismith into the wall. That's already gonna be a safety car. Uh-oh. Guys, I think it is going to be time for the safety car song. You guys want to hear the safety car song? I am going to play you the safety car song. I'm just going to listen to myself for one more time to actually see if the quality is good. or if it's really like my headset from my game from the PlayStation. Safety car song. Here we go, guys. It is a safety car. Wait. Oh no, I fucked it up. I fucked it up. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna restart. Forget the past 20 seconds, all right? I'm gonna restart. Safety car, it is a safety car situation. Safety car, it is a safety car situation. Everyone is driving on a straight line, except for when you're going through the corner. Safety car situation here in Phoenix Racing League. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that always pumps me up. That pumps me up for this live stream. I think we lost it. Nick, are you here again? Are you here again? Just don't, buddy. Just don't. We're all just chilling right now behind the safety car. Nick, you know what? I think we lost you. I think we lost you. I think we lost you. I'm not too sure with what, but I think we lost you. Superb. I know, buddies. I know. You know, it always pumps me up, the safety car song. Let me have a quick look here. Just putting this a little bit to there. Yeah. Servus. What is servus? No idea what a servus is. Uh-oh. Oh, my laptop isn't plugged in. That may be the main reason why my computer was lagging. All right, hold up. I'm gonna be plugging my computer in right now. Where is... Oh no, guys, I need to get my charger real quick. One second. Oh, he lives in a pineapple under the sea. We are racing. All right, here we are, guys. Here we are. We're going to be racing again. And who's going to go? No idea. It is going to be Kaká in P1, and he's going already. He's going already. It's going to be green flags, and go here for the Alfa Romeo driver. Maxi has not been caught napping. Clap by Pete is so close right now. 2/10, 3/10 for the Williams driver. There's a little bit of a gap between Tutski and Clap by Pete right now. And let's have a quick look. No real moves have been done right there. Nose Job might be able to make a move here. He's got a good exit. But it's not going to be enough to make that move on Patty. Let's have a quick look at what tires everyone is on. Tutski on those medium tires, so he should be able to keep up with Clap by Pete, and Maxi doesn't really look like it. If Natix was a little bit impatient here on these medium tires. Now around the outside he goes. He decides to back off, but he wants to go at it once again here in sector 2. Doesn't really look like it. Waza is out of the race in a collision with John Holmes. Well, I said there was not going to be a single safety car here, and yet we have 2 safety cars already in lap 4. Lap 4 and 2 safety cars already. That is really, really brave. That is really, really brave. Oh, Nick, I really can't. I really can't. I really can't. No, I really can't. All right. Wir haben Nordjob jetzt in P6 und Evnatics kommt in die Pitlane. Und welche Band geht ihr auf? No idea. No, never mind. I did succeed my German exam though. Sounds like Sasha Rose. No idea who Sasha Rose is. Sasha Rose. That it is. That it is. Ah, thank you, Nick. Thank you, Nick. Really appreciate it. I know a couple of words, but usually, you know, speaking German, apart from coming in the pit lane. Yeah. It is, by the way, kommt in die pit lane. Kommt. Ich komme, du kommst, ihr kommt. No, is that actually right? Wir kommen, ihr kommt, sie kommen, right? I'm probably wrong. Doesn't really matter. But no, you know what I learned in school is like, ich bin Thomas. Ich wohne in Belgien. In Belgien with a M. And then like that kind of stuff, you know, like, hello, my name is Thomas, I live in Belgium, that kind of stuff. But ich komme, du kommst, kommt. I was right. I was right. I know I was right. Imagine not speaking Spanish. Hola, señor. Hablo Tomas. Yo hablo Tomas. Sí, sí. No, I have no idea how to speak Spanish. I speak 4 languages, and I feel like that's enough already. No hablo español. Always that. Always the same catchphrase. Safety car is not coming into the pits, right? John Holmes retired from the session. Did he crash out? Maybe with Nave. Oh, he crashed out with Avnatics. What is happening here, guys? It's the last couple of races of the stream, of the season, and 10 people who are still making it alive in lap 5 only. We've still got 24 laps to go. We're almost an hour into the stream already, and we haven't raced a single lap yet. Like we raced half a lap. That's not great, right? That's not great at all. That's not great at all. Now, let's have a quick look with the guys as they're still going to be behind the safety car. Just chilling. Paddy MP4. Paddy MP4. Now, let me have a quick look at the stream once again. As we're not really doing anything right. We're not really doing anything. I'm not going to be speaking German again. If you guys want me to speak any other language, feel free to let me know, and I will let you know if I'm going to be able to speak that. Are you back next season? Hope so. Yeah, Russian. Privyet. No, it is German. It is what? Clap by Pete. Oh my days. Oh my head. I'm messed up. All right. Cool. No, that is actually Polish, Pete. That's Polish. I'm not gonna say that on stream though. It's the K and the U and the R and the V and the A, and it is Polish. Yes, sir. Because I used to have a girlfriend. Like I wasn't that old, right? I was like, how old was I? 12, maybe? No, probably 10, right? 10 maybe? Yeah, I was probably 10. I had a girlfriend. Her name was Veronica. She was Polish. And when I did something wrong, she always told me, kurwa, kurwa. Kurwa, Thomas, kurwa. And yeah, that kind of stuff. I didn't understand anything, but it was quite fun to see her swear. Bros, the Rizzlers. Yes, sir. You don't want to know how many girlfriends I had between the age of 7 and 12. Or maybe 14. Nah, yeah, 14. I think I had 3 in the same year, or like 4. I know I had Chiara, I had Talia, I had Lynn, I had Luna, I had Ina. Ooh. 7, what the fuck, man. Yeah, no, but it wasn't really a girlfriend. It was like, you know, like these girlfriends when you were small, right? When you were small. Just like, hee, you're my girlfriend, you're my boyfriend, blah, 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 you want to be together. Yeah, that kind of stuff. All right, so we are lights out and away we go here again in this It is in this Qatar race. It's clapped by Pete. Is right on the tail, and so is Paddy. Paddy, I think he's going to be the only one to be able to make a move here in turn 1, which he isn't actually going to. Tutski with those medium tire speed. Paddy actually has the outside line. Pete makes that move on Maxi. Beautifully done there from the Williams driver. Is I don't think he was allowed to be... Maxi down the inside into turn 4. They go into turn 5 right now, and he has to yield out of that offense. Avenatics now who makes the move on Kaka. Kaka who already came into the pits, I think. He's going to be on those hard tires. No, he's going to be on medium tires. He started on the softs. Oh, there goes Sparrow. Waza left the session. There goes Sparrow. He's going to be trailing by quite a bit. 3.7 seconds. As you're now going side by side through turn 8. I think this is turn 9 we're going into right now. I know we've got turn 10, 11, and 12 coming right up with Kaka on the tail of Avenatics. We've got a 3-way battle for P7 right now. Avenatics is going a little bit too deep into that corner. Has to watch out for the guy right ahead. Onto the curb right now. Are they going to have a good exit coming out of turn 16? It will definitely determine whether they're going to be able to make that move. Avenatics is already alongside Calvert, and that is going to be moved on. Calvert defends the inside line, but it's not going to be enough. Kaka right now with good straight line speed coming out of turn 16. He's going to catch the slipstream. Calvert is looking to make a move again on Avenatics. Down the main straight, down the inside he goes. And that is going to be P7 again for the king of overtakes, Calvert. But is Avenatics going to be defending this position from Kaka? Kaka on those fresh medium tires, he's battling with a hard tire runner and another medium tire runner, Noise Job, who now gets P4 from Paddy. And Kaka makes that move on both drivers. Beautifully done there from the French driver as he makes up 2 positions already. And there goes Kaka on these fresh mediums. I do think he's going to create a little bit of a gap to the other 2. Because we've got Avenatics and Calvert right now battling for P8. Avenatics around the outside on those fresh hard tires. But it's not going to be enough. He's not going to have enough traction to be able to... Oh! There was a pineapple under the sea. No, he lives in a pineapple under the sea. Always when I do this, I'm going to do that. That's pretty... Yeah, that is a good business idea. Yeah, actually. I'm going to be doing that. Now, let's go away from the SpongeBob story. There goes Avenatics down the inside. He backed out of that move. Now into a P8 he goes. Dive bomb. And I think Calvert was just looking to get a good exit coming out of that corner. Maybe he wanted the DRS. That's also a good one. Sparrow, who gets a 3-second time penalty, trying to get back to these guys. Calvert now making a move around the outside. Disqualification. Ignoring drive-through penalty. He had a drive-through penalty. Calvert is out of the race. Wait, is he? He's still racing? There he goes. Has left the session. He's out of the race. That has got to be frustrating. Now let's go back to the front. Although maybe Kaka on the tail of Divine Eye. As the French driver is really thirsty right now on these fresh medium tires. There's already a little bit of damage to these tires. If you take a look at... What is this camera angle, guys? Oh, you can see the dirty air coming off Kaka's wheel. Clap by Pete, retired from the session. Another safety car. I don't think we're going to be able to make the end of the race with the amount of drivers that are still here in the lobby. We had 13 people. 5 people are out already. And... Oh, we once had a safety car here in Phoenix. It were not 1, it were not 2, it were 3. No, that's actually a horrible song. Oh, that was fucking funny. All right, no singing for me anymore. I'm not going to be singing for the whole evening. Now, Kaka. Yeah, Pete. What happened, buddy? What happened? Let me know. What happened? Did you crash out? Did someone crash you out? Did you just lost traction? Clap by Pete has left the session. That is really frustrating. Yeah, but, I mean, obviously, because he cannot race anymore. He was making such a good impression for himself. And then he crashed out. He had that race lead, or at least he was trying to. Left-hander, too fast on the throttle. Make sure Waza was took out of the race. Was it by John Holmes? I think it was by John Holmes, wasn't it? It was by John Holmes. Let me have a quick look. Waza, did you already report it? I want to have a quick look in the thingy. This is really boring. Ha ha ha. Pete Thomas's tonight's race, Destruction Derby. I thought Qatar was a good track to have races on, but I feel like nobody is keeping it clean. Or like keeping it consistent or something like that. Now, incident reports. Here we go. Oh, no way. I'm not able to see it. Ah, boo. Boo. Waza, send me the thing. I have no video. PlayStation can take a video. Wait. PlayStation can't take a video? It can. Waza, I'm pretty sure PlayStation can take video. Well, you know what you should do? You should live stream it to YouTube, and then it will just save it, and then you can just replay that, if that makes sense. Just live stream, and you will be able to record every race. And normally it works, but not now. Ha, makes sense. All right. Do you have a PlayStation 4 or a PlayStation 5, Waza? PS5? Yeah, Nick, he just meant it didn't work right now. It didn't work now. It usually works, but not right now. I did on a PS4. No, yeah, it usually works on a PS5, don't worry. What I usually do is just stream my races to YouTube, and then, you know, record that footage on my phone, like a screenshot or a screen record, whatever you guys call it. Ah, there we go, there we go. Brass Monkeys, I hope I will, yeah. I do think so. I've been streaming for these guys since season 5 already. Was it season 5? Let me have a quick look. Or it was season 6. I think it was season 6. Phoenix F1 Racing. These guys have been so loyal to me. Let me have a quick look. All right, all the way to season 6. Yeah, it was season 6. So season 6, round 4 was my first Grand Prix. And since then, I have done 28 races. Well, 30 actually, with tonight's and the Monday one included. 30 races. That is actually pretty crazy. That's about... Yo, Shuki! Welcome, buddy. Welcome, Shuki. Well, I explained to you yesterday. You're also my buddy. Everyone is my buddy who is in the stream, so... We are currently just driving around the Qatar Grand Prix. Well, around the Qatar circuit. Losail International Circuit, I think it's called. But we're behind the safety car. Unfortunately, it's going to be the third safety car, and we're not past half of the race. So how are you doing, Shuki? Are you doing anything productive or not really? Sparrow on the soft tires. He's going to make up a lot of positions during this safety car restart. As it is going to tell us the safety car is coming in right now. Wait, it isn't? It's going to stay out one more time? No, it isn't. Okay, safety car comes in. Yo, Shuki, that's really great from you. That's really great. Thank you. That's really great. Well done. Now I'm just chilling. Just chilling. Chilly Willy in the VB Thomas stream. In the VB Thomas commentary. And off we go. Now into turn 15, the guys will go really, really slow. Kaka already goes. There goes Kaka. Oh my days, Divine. 1.5 seconds. I think this is the biggest lead I've ever seen. Shuki, I never praat poep. I never praat poep. Avenatics on the tail of the Ferrari driver. Here we go, down the inside. It goes Avenatics, and that is beautifully done already. But Divine Eye is not giving up. He's going around the outside. He has the inside line right now, but he is going back onto the racing line as he has been defeated. Now he's got the fast Maxi right behind him, and Divine is running 11 lap old hards. I think he should have come into the pits to go on to... Well, what tire should he have gone on to? Maybe like mediums or something? Not too sure. Not too sure. There's a 2.7. Oh, both Ferraris take each other out. There go Tutski and Divine. Oh, they're going to be so frustrated. Both of them. Not too sure what happened there, actually. Now, let's go back to Maxi. It's actually nice to commentate on such a small group because there's a lot of more overtakes which I can focus on. Now, Maxi around the outside. He's taking the inside line. That is going to be moved on by the Haas driver. Beautifully done, but he has a 3-second gap to close. And it's not going to be worth it. Fanatics who gets a 3-second time penalty. It wasn't really smooth through those corners, as he will be all the way in P3 on the 7-lap-old hards. It is going to be a hard challenge to take them until the end of the race. But Mercedes is going to score some good points here. Kaka with the fastest lap of 125.2. And Fanatics is looking to make a move back. Although Paddy, down the inside, he was looking for it. Backed out of the move. And he's just going to be trailing by about 4/10 right now. I do know that Nose Job is really determined right now. Okay, the audio is definitely not glitched. He's really determined of getting a top 3 position here. He wants to secure that championship, which I think he already has, or almost has. Who's in P2? I think it's going to be Maxi, isn't it? Maxi is currently in P2, so that's going to be a couple of points which he's going to gain on Noise Job. And it would really be great to see Maxi win this championship. He was the winner of last season, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And if he's going to be the winner of, well, not last season, but last season Division 2. Oh, there goes Nose Job, and he lives in a pineapple under the sea. Beautifully moved there from Noise Job as he's retaking the podium position. And off he goes down the main straight in a couple of seconds. Coming out of turn 16 right now. As he's really closing down the gap, and so is Maxi. 1.8 seconds on Kaka. And DRS is enabled. This is going to be a big factor. Maxi with a 124.8. Fastest lap of the race already. And Fanatics has got a raging Mercedes right behind him, who's on a fresh medium tire. So maybe it's a smart thing to just let him go through. Or is he then even going to lose more time to Noise Job if Paddy is going to hold him back? That is a good question. But we are going to be seeing a top 3 battle. Oh, Paddy. Oh, he lives in the pineapple under the sea. There he goes, Paddy. In P5. Almost made that move on Fanatics. He just gave up. But he's going to get another try. He's going to give it another shot here in Sector 2. Possibly in Sector 3. As I feel like Sector 3 is a really difficult sector to make that overtake work. 1.2 seconds right now. He's losing the toe. There goes Fanatics with that penalty though. So Paddy should just be keeping it behind Fanatics, as Fanatics might be looking at another penalty. He's just going so wide. Maxi now in P2. He's closing the gap to Kaka, as he's got the DRS. And he's really close. And Maxi with 4-lap-old mediums. Kaka with 9-lap-old mediums. Maxi with another fastest lap of 124.6. As we might want to drive on board real quick with the Haas driver. Entering Sector 1 right now with the Mercedes driver on his heels. But the most important thing, with an Alfa Romeo right in front of him, Maxi goes back onto the racing line as he wants the best racing line through this section of the track. 3-second time penalty for the Haas driver. That is not going to be great. As we've got a Noise Job closing down the gap, having a little bit of a snap there, talking about Maxi. With 5-lap-old mediums, it is quite remarkable that he's already having snaps after 5-lap-old mediums. He's battling the rear, battling his car, which he shouldn't already. Ooh, Haas actually has a sponsor called Palm Angels. I'm not too sure if you guys know that sponsor, but it is a sponsor of clothing. Clothing. It's a clothing brand. And they have got very, very expensive clothes, but it's a cool, in my opinion, it's a cool brand. You know, I'm never gonna buy Palm Angels because it's like 200 euros for a t-shirt, and we both know I cannot pay that. Well, I could, but I'm not going to. It's just a waste of money, and we are not going to. You know, nah, we're not going into that section of the discussion here. Maxi down the inside with the use of DRS, and that is going to be moved on there from Maxi. He's got a defeated Alfa Romeo right behind him, and Nosejob is going to make quick work out of him. These two have been familiar with each other the whole season. Kaka, I felt like he was a little bit slower during the beginning of the season. He wasn't really. He needed to get his engine warming up. You know, he was warming up his engine during the first half of the season. But now that he has his engine warmed up, he is always battling for the top 3 in the Phoenix Racing League in Div 1. Now he is battling with the 2 mightiest drivers on the grid right now. We've got Maxi and Nosejob. And Kaka is right in the middle. Paddy with a 3-second time penalty. We are seeing a lot of penalties, and I think it will come down to penalties here in this top 3 group. We've got Nosejob and Kaka both not with a penalty. And Nosejob might have the benefit of the doubt because he's got 6-lap-old mediums. He will be able to possibly take them till the end of the race. He will be on 90-lap-old mediums though, so it's quite questionable to stay on these mediums. But maybe with a late safety car. Oh, there goes Kaka. Down the inside. Maxi didn't have any single ERS anymore. Oh, he's defending his life. He's defending his life. Takes the inside line here through turn 3 it is. Maxi takes the lead. Sparrow making a move on Paddy. Those two are having a heated battle back in... Oh no, never mind. Paddy retakes that position because they're both coming into the pits to go onto fresh medium tires. Got 3 tenths down. So is Nosejob. Oh, Tutski and Divine are actually very far behind. Tutski, who has been, yeah, how many seconds is that? Like more than 40 seconds behind these 3 leaders, and we've got Divine with more than 1.5 minutes behind. So Divine, he hasn't been hoping. Well, he was hoping for the best. Oh, something we have to think about too is the amount of fuel. Let's have a quick look. Telemetry. How many fuel does everyone still have left? Oh, I cannot see that. Are you serious? No way. I'm not able to see how many fuel everyone has. That is some bull ass. All right. This is some real close battling, if I'm being honest. You know, Kaka, who's sticking on the tail of Maxi, 2 tenths. And nobody is really able to make a move anytime soon, because Sector 1 is just a difficult sector to make an overtake. So is Sector 2 and so is Sector 3. The only good overtaking opportunity, like a safe overtaking opportunity, right? Because there's a couple of good overtaking opportunities, but you don't want to risk anything. It's going to be down the main straight with the use of DRS into turn 1, right? It's like a hair clip turn 1. So it would work. There's a lot of hair clips here today. Turn 1, turn 2, turn 5, or is that turn 6? Turn 7 is also a hair clip. Turn 9 is a little bit of a hair clip. Depends on how you look at it. Wait, 9, 10, 11. Oh, that's 11. Turn 11. Oh, Maxi is creating a gap of 1.1 seconds. Kaka is struggling. Kaka is struggling, and he's got that Mercedes driver right behind him. Oh, Maxi is pushing. Oh, Kaka is coming into the pits. Oh, no way. Kaka is coming into the pits. How many lap-old mediums was he on? 13. Interesting. Now, Nosejob won't have the DRS. So, smart thinking from Kaka, in all honesty, if Nosejob still has to come into the pits, which he might be doing. If Nadek's making that move, 14 lap-olds hards, he still has to come into the pits. But is Nosejob going to? Is Maxi going to? Maxi, who's got that penalty, so he should be thinking of something. And I don't think it's running the same strategy as Kaka, because you might be losing 2 positions then. Because I'm not too sure if Kaka is still going to get close to these guys. We might want to do it to leader As we want to see if Kaka is going to get closer to the leaders. Let's have a quick look with the position changes too. Fanatics being the biggest winner of tonight, 6 positions gained, but I do know he's going to lose 1 to Kaka pretty soon, as he's 10 seconds behind the Williams driver, and those hard tires are going to be difficult to cope with. And during the end of this race, still 10 more laps to go here in Qatar, in the sunny Qatar. Oh, Maxi comes into the pits too. Maxi comes into the pits too. What is Noorjob going to do? Is he going to keep on playing with these guys and come into the pits too? Or is he going to race in no man's land waiting for the other guys to come closer? Kaka is only gaining about 1 second each lap. Now I want to see when he comes across the line again. Talking about Noorjob, he was 22.4 seconds in front of Kaka. And I want to see when he comes across the line again how many time he has lost. Kaka making a move on Fanatics. What is Maxi going to do? He is going to be behind Kaka. So beautiful strategy there from the Alfa Romeo driver, but he has to watch out. He cannot battle too much with Mr. Maxi. He cannot battle too much. I mean, he's 1.2 seconds ahead. So it shouldn't be a problem for Kaka for now. 22, was it 22 or 23? Oh, no way. I kind of forgot. Was it 22.4 or was it 23.4? Possibly 22.4. I think it was 22.4. I think it's going to be a little bit more than 1 second. We might want to see him come across the line pretty soon. Let's have a quick look here. Oh, he's coming into the pits too, so he's not going to take the risk. Oh, interesting. Interesting. I thought he was going to stay out. I feel like that was going to be the best strategy to go for. Because now he's just going to be behind Maxi and Kaka by about 2 seconds. Not the best strategy there from the Mercedes driver. Where are Kaka and Maxi going to come out? Oh, Noorjob goes onto the softs. Bold strategy. I really love that. Kaka down the main straight. He's able to keep Maxi behind him. And he's also going to be able to keep a Noorjob behind him. So, oh, Kaka is really pushing 123.9, I think I saw. And these soft tires are going to be more easy to warm up than the medium tires. Fanatics has also gone for medium tires, as Sparrow is pretty close to Fanatics right now. So we might be looking at another move from the McLaren driver pretty soon. As there was someone who actually thought that... Oh, wait. I put Divine in my top 3. If I would have gotten Kaka in the top 3, I would have had my top 3 correct, because I said Maxi and Noorjob, right? And I know these guys have just been so consistent these last couple of races that I knew they were going to be in the top 3 here too. Maybe with a little bit of luck from the safety car, but there's always going to be winners and losers during a safety car situation. So yeah, you just have to be lucky with that. Sometimes you're lucky, sometimes you're not. Noorjob is really pushing as he's got the fastest second sector. Coming into turn 15 and 16, as he's possibly going to have the DRS. Yes, indeed, he does. He's going to have the DRS. He's pushing on these soft tires. 1.7 seconds behind Kaka Maxi is. And what is Noorjob going to do with the use of DRS? Oh, he doesn't have the DRS yet. Wait, does he have the DRS? Is he able to use it? Wait, was he able to use it? I couldn't really see it very well there. 1.8 seconds. But here it is, guys. You know, Noorjob is on these soft tires. There's still 7 more laps to come. So 8-lap-old softs on Qatar is really, really bad, because tire degradation rate is quite high here. So maybe the guys on the mediums will be in the benefit. And also these soft tires might be overheating. But I really want to know what the fuel is looking like. Because we saw some guys struggle in Lift 2 on Monday. I want to see if these guys are going to be struggling here tonight too. I really want to. Now Maxi in P2, he's not really able to keep up with Kaka, as he's got that Slovakian driver right on his tail. He's also out of ERS, so he's not going to be able to keep him behind, but that shouldn't be a bad thing. I think he can definitely benefit from Nosejob being in front of him. How much ERS does Nosejob have? Let's have a quick look. Oh, he's got 50 still. Maxi has about 0. Yeah, Nosejob is possibly winning this race. Then I've got my race winner correct, guys. Woohoo! Woohoo! Yeah, I'm waving my arms in the air right now because I'm gonna get it correct. Or if he's gonna crash out, you know. Let me have a quick look. Readouts. Let me have a quick look. The season is almost over, isn't it? I do think the season is almost over. Let me have a quick look here. Calendar, Div 2. Oh, that's going to be the rate. Wait, the season isn't over at all? Oh, wait, no. 18th September? Yeah, I will. I will, buddy. Don't worry at all. Yeah, 2 races to go. Yeah, the season is almost over, so if there's enough people in the lobby, I will definitely stream for you guys. Next week I won't be there, but the week after I will be. So I'm not going to be there in Silverstone, but I will be there in Brazil. So hopefully I will be seeing you there, as we've got Nosejob catching up to the French driver in P1. He's going to have the DRS. Down the main straight goes the Slovakian driver. Around the outside, he chooses the outside line on 122.9 as the fastest lap. That is actually pretty fast from Nosejob right there, as Kaka has to yield out of this move. And that's going to be P1 for Nosejob for now. Let's see if he's going to get a penalty, as Maxi kind of lost the toe of these guys. He didn't have any ERS left. And I think that has been the devil in this game. It has been the devil for Maxi, and it has been his defeat. Unfortunately, Maxi has got to be happy with a P3. It's going to be a podium position, but Nosejob is running away in the Drivers' Championship. By the way, guys, the championship standings you see on the left side of your screen are not going to be the correct ones. The correct ones still are in the make. Is that actually a word? I know it is something in Dutch, but I don't think it is something in English. They're still being made. That should be it. Nosejob, who's now taking the lead of 1.2 seconds, and that is going to be it. He is driving away. No DRS opportunity for Kaka. And Nosejob, who had so many ERS, doesn't have a single ERS left. Neither does Kaka. And that is going to be the possible end results of your Grand Prix, guys. 1.2 seconds. I don't feel like Kaka can keep up with Nosejob. 1.3 seconds. He might be able to. He might be able to. Let's have a quick look. 1.3 seconds. How is he going to react to these last 4 laps here in Qatar? How he's gonna go? How he's gonna embrace his P2, right? You know, you're leading the race for so many laps, and I do understand that when you're racing, you're leading the race. You're always gonna be thinking, I'm gonna win this race. Kaka had that in mind, and unfortunately got overtaken by Nosejob. Now has a lead of 1.6 seconds. So, you know, with that thought of you winning the race, then getting overtaken, that's going to be a hard hit for the French driver. But you just have to embrace the fact that you're going to get a P2. A P2 is way better than, for example, a P8 for Divine Eye, or even a DNF for all the other guys who have DNF'd here in this race. We started with 13 people. We currently have 8 more in the lobby, which is not a lot. That means 5 drivers have DNF'd. And a lot of them crashed just because they made their own mistakes. Maxi thought the softs wouldn't go till the end. He made a mistake. He made a mistake, and I think Noise Job is going to be the biggest winner. But Noise Job, he came in 1 lap later than you, Maxi. So I feel like he has a little bit of the advantage on the soft tires. If you would have been on soft tires, you would have been on 6-lap old soft. You would have still be slower than Noise Job because he's on fresher softs. And I feel like Noise Job has a little bit more pace than anyone else on this grid. I feel like Maxi is one of the closer guys to Noise Job, but still the change from div 1 to div 2 is really big. The difference between pace from div 1 and div 2 is really big. So if you've been racing in div 1 your whole life already, you're just used to the pace. Coming into the season, oh, there almost goes Kaka. There goes Kaka. Almost into the wall. He kind of lost it, but he managed to get his car back on track, as Maxi might be looking at a comeback race on Kaka. Kaka, who's not keeping it concentrated all the way through this race. And we're seeing some fatigue signs from the French driver right now. Not making a single mistake on the track limits though, so there he still has the advantage over Maxi. And if he can keep it within 3 seconds, if Noise Job is still going to be making a mistake, he might still get this race win. Guys, I know it's not really interesting, but I'm going to have a quick look at the race director to see how many track warnings. Noise Job has got 1. He's got 1 warning. He's got 1 warning. That is really crazy. How many does Kaka have? Kaka has got 1. Oh no, Noise Job has got 2, doesn't he? Kaka's got 2. Oh no, collision with... Okay, he's got 1. I think they both have 1. So, no need to worry yet for these guys. But the more they're going to be pushing, the more mistakes they're going to be made. Yellow flag in Sector 2, that's going to be Avenatics. So are we going to see some interesting battling still between Tutsky and Avenatics? If Tutsky can keep up with the Williams driver, we might be seeing some battles. He's not quite there yet, but he's got Sparrow on his tail. Is he going to bring the McLaren driver back to the Williams driver? Are we going to have a 3-way battle that last lap? I don't think so, guys. I don't think so. Noise Job taking a lead of about 3 seconds, and he can be crowned your Qatar Grand Prix winner. For now, he's a provisional Grand Prix winner. He hasn't completed those 29 laps yet. We're just chilling right now, guys. We're just chilling. You know, I'm just trying to keep it entertaining. But there's not much entertainment going on right now during this Grand Prix. We saw a couple of good battles between Kaka, Noise Job, and Maxi, but I feel like it's the nature of the track that doesn't allow you to make a lot of overtakes. The only possible overtake I would see is in Sector 3. Sector 1 maybe, depends on how you take each corner. Sector 2 is also a pretty decent overtaking opportunity, but the best way to make an overtake is down the main straight. And I've got my own event here in Qatar. I do have to say, I'm going to be proud of my team, no matter where they finish. I'm going to be proud of every team. There's still 5 more days to go for every team to load up their lineups, as we will be racing within 2 weeks. So in 2 weeks, we will be having King of Leagues, as I still need to do some preparations for that event, as there's no one really close to each other. Sparrow has not been able to keep up with Tutsky. Tutsky hasn't been able to keep up with Avenatics. Neither has Maxi been able to keep up with Kaka, and neither has Kaka been able to keep up with Noise Job. So I feel like this is the right order for the Drivers' Championship. Not the Drivers' Championship, but like pace-wise, you know. Divine, who is... Wait. Is Patty behind? Who is in P7? Is that Patty or is that Divine? Because it says Divine is only 1 minute and 15 seconds behind Noise Job, but it says Patty is 1 minute 23 seconds behind Noise Job. Ha, interesting. Interesting. He's going to give his teammate a little bit of a tow. But that is going to be your Qatar Grand Prix. Nose job coming around the last corner to capture the trophy. And there he goes. Does Paddy want one more lap of racing? Doesn't look like it. As both Mercedes driver come across the track quite aggressively. And there goes Kaka coming down the line in P2 and Max in P3. Congratulations to the podium. They have fought very, very hard to get a bit of points in the Drivers' Championship. We've got Fanatics coming into Sector 3 right now. And that is going to be the last corner of this Qatar Grand Prix for the Williams driver. Congratulations, good job. 9-lap-old mediums. Seems like Nose Job has really done a good job on those 9-lap-old softs. He made a bold prediction. He made a bold strategy work. And that's what's racing all about, right? Making risky, turning risky situations into a good result. That is really something that Noise Job has done today. So congratulations to him. Driver of the day goes to Noise Job. Thank you, Readouts. Appreciate it, buddy. Appreciate it. Do you guys actually play any other games? You and your dad? Because I know you guys are really big race fans, but maybe you play some other games too. Please let me know. Fastest lap goes to Noise Job with a 122.9, Kaka in P2, and Max in P3. Further, we've got Fnatic, Stutski, Sparrow, Paddy, and Divine Eye. The rest of the grid has DNF'd. Unfortunately, that's going to be Clap by Pete, Calvert, John Holmes, Waza, and DRL Naismith. Both Red Bull drivers haven't been able to make it across the line. And that is going to be your Grand Prix here in Phoenix Racing League. So I thank you guys all for watching. I'm going to go back to my thank you screen. Hello, guys. We played Destiny 2, all different bits and pieces of FIFA 20. FIFA, oh, that's nice. There's going to be a new FIFA. Are you guys going to be buying it? Oh, by the way, guys, thank you very much for watching. This was Ruby Thomas as your commentator. We're going to be streaming again tomorrow. It is going to be Belgium in the Formula One Racing League. So make sure to be there next day, tomorrow. Makes sense. And I will see you guys next week if you're from Phoenix. If you're watching back from the YouTube, thank you for watching. I hope Phoenix has got something of that one view. And I thank you very much. This was Phoebe Thomas as your commentator. Peace out.